This is a video by Alana Collins, Emma, I don't know her last name, Ashlyn White, and Kelsey. Can you hear that?
Did you have a Barbie or a Thundercat?
We had a Barbie.
How did you gather data?
In order to find the data, we started with one rubber band and to see how many centimeters the Barbie fell with only one. Then we worked our way up until we got to 20 rubber bands and found the centimeters there.
What did you do with the data?
After we found this data, as referred to in the previous video, we put it on a scatter plot so that we could more easily find our data and accurately.
How did you determine your line of best fit?
To find our line of best fit, we put a line in the middle of the dots, making sure that the line fell on at least 2 points that we had plotted, so that later on our information would be more accurate.
How did you write the equation of the line of best fit?
Oh, that's a good question. Would you hold my baby for this? To find the equation, we used the 2 points that we made sure fell on the line of best fit were what we used to find the equation. So, our points were 15, 177, and 242. Then, we had to subtract the y's and the x's to get our slope, because we were putting this equation in y-intercept form. So, once we did that, we got 135 over 13. And then, when you multiply the slope times the x, which would be 135 times 2, you would then have to find a way to get that to 42. So then, your equation looks like 135 over 13x plus 21 and 3/13. Thank you.
How did you determine the number of rubber bands needed to drop 464.82 centimeters?
Well, 462.82 would also be known as x. So, when you look at this equation, you would have to plug in x as 464.82. So then, you have 464.82 times 135 over 13, and you multiply that. After that, you would have to subtract, add the y-intercept. And then we got 46 rubber bands.
How accurate were you?
We were actually very accurate with our math and ended up getting 46 rubber bands, which was very close to the ground and very accurate when we tested it. However, we took in different variables that could affect the rubber bands the next day, such as temperature, which would tighten up the rubber bands and make it not as stretchy. We also thought that it might stretch more, so we subtracted some of the rubber bands and went with 40 when we tested it the first time, and then added more the next time. So we were pretty accurate with our math.
What variables may have affected your results?
Well, when these wonderful rubber bands were left in a room all night long, it got very cold and chilly, and their life was hard. So they tightened up. They were very tense. So when we did the final test, it was not as stretchy as we had hoped previously. And it did not get very far at the beginning, but we made adjustments, and we're not successful even then. We're going to start with the worst. First we have Felty over there, who's the tester. And then there's Emma, who's not the worst. She was the next person over there. And she was the dropper/holder. And then Ashlyn White
was the filmmaker, and I was the recorder, and Bob was awesome.
3, 2,